So finally, Richard Nee Amakwe has spoken about the news circulating of he and his ex-wife on social media. Delay interviewed him on the Delay show and he broke down everything into details. He started talking from the beginning, from where he started life, how he became successful and worthy. And in his own words, his ex-wife did not contribute anything into his success. Even his trip to the UK was funded by him. He was so hardworking and he knew how to save. So he saved for his own trip to the UK. And for the records, even he was the one sponsoring her when he traveled to the UK. She didn't spend a dime when they were dating. And before then, they weren't even dating. They were just friends. They weren't even in a relationship. They were just friends. They weren't, yes. So after he traveled, before he even made his intentions known to her, even people were actually manipulating her that whosoever that travels to the UK or travels outside, settle there. They don't come back to Ghana. So people were actually saying, tell her to move on. But she decided to wait. So every the news circulating on online that she funded him, she sacrificed her education for him to travel and everything. Even the business that he opened, his businesses, she sacrificed her some kind of money, some funds and everything for him to be who he is today. Is not true. He did everything on him or by himself, sorry, on his own. The sacrifices and everything, his success, his worth was through his own sweat. No one helped him. So the news circulating online is fake. Nothing is true. His ex-wife isn't did not fund in his UK trip. She didn't take loan for him to start his business and everything. He did everything all by himself. So I would like us to watch the UK trip video, how he funded himself to the UK. To those who haven't yet watched the video, I would like us to watch that video. Please stay tuned.
Now, I'm plastic near man. No, sales person or honor. Okay. No kakra and or yard in Pam so kakra. But later no dining na obetina.
And a honor na one enemy no started a moton acquisition Jenia de war.
No, no, to acquisition. Or no, daytime. On the rent house, any daytime. And to me, daytime, no be sure so man. But anaduna ye pombe se 5:36 no ya high ube high near my high we enti anajuno na me madani store no into akpeteshi bar or local drink bar me pese me go school nti o say me ye bibi kakra na me fa bo school na me fa go school.
Okay, enti udi wie na e de na ma decide say afa de o pese uko UK
me say na ye bo aska no pa enti me yes adwuma ni na me bo aska no kaka me charm school fees to UPS and UK course no uchi our pounds no.
Okay,
until you have to change cedis into pounds and pay, otherwise you cannot write your exams. Until now me yes had them and I've always wanted to on course no every honor free. And I've always felt say me ko hono na me ko finish wo hono ma I would be a better
accounting guy.
You know, so I had always wanted to. It was a dream.
Like a dream.
It was a dream.
And to me, we IPS and other Quaye.
And to be level 2 IPS.
But then you were ready to go to, I can say, the UK.
To be level 2, no.
It's one now offended that.
Yes.
Trip or not.
Me we secondary school at 17. Obia mami skada.
Okay.
Me mami at a secondary school no. Na just come free in same view because ono agaza no. O sheda ni bi o mia ni ahwe. At a very early age, you say me pa na me to me that is how come I maybe one was store no shop no inside no me so me say metron to alcohol ni drinks na me
it's one I will apply will be bia
na me apply as a student me na me apply me to school fees wo ho
okay
to hostel fees wo ho no
okay
and na me
back then do you remember how much you must have spent
me we kakra but
Refi. And this is like how many years ago? A year, around which year?
Oh, I was when I went to the UK, I was 21, 22 years.
Okay.
22 years.
No. Ache.
Yes, I want to. You know, if I have to mention, I have to be very accurate about it.
Specific. But, okay, sure. It's what could do UK? What state is it? Hostel, nana. Ote.
Yeah.
Which is to say, we could do you know. So what is school? I said there. Then you have to continue with a human to sustain your livelihood and your education.
Yeah.
It's a also could do you know. A human being now yeah.
Timiko do honum na me you know, like a family friend be. You know, he brought me to his home. And also Ghana ni and also was single room be more or hassle and that's a fear be honum a 4-bedroom house. And a Ghana 4 beds 4 different people. Be our back, be our like one bedroom, sir. And so no be family, and no me share any bedroom inside.
Okay.
And they say I me free when I make school na ma ba. What I say because so still no mean to me cost untia. What I say, until me be share ni dem until no or no boa me and I mean my first job.
Okay.
Until me ejuma wo Tesco.
Okay.
Tesco. Until Tesco no na me feel ye the to say Tesco to say Malcolm and I say any major supermarket be wa ko hono say uko shop uko ha obe say shelves na e wo hono ya nyama bebre wo ho kama until ye na ye say adwuma no.
Okay.
And that was what I was doing over there at Tesco.
So what for no or NCC
oh
when they were
UK still
when they were contact.
Oh yes, last time oh no na me free UK no one back Ghana last year.
Okay.
Until 15 years, or no, now 15 years, and so now back to Ghana.
Okay, so
we met for the first time in Ghana last year. So he came to visit me at home.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and you know, I hosted him.
He was happy.
He was very happy, you know.
And see, UK no, and all kinds of jobs, I'm sure.
Me sound change me can say me supermarket ejuma no and I me sound second job no me ejuma wo hotel me ejuma wo hotel say hotel no ye twitwi change mo wo hotel no
which reminds me na o ye interview I say 5,000 please e be ya asem okay
me kai pa
almost say na o ka sa asem no
o say sebi nkofo bi wo Ghana ha no ma wo mu nnim ebi mu ntu kwan da
okay
ebi mu so no o mu tu kwan no omo ankoye nyuma bi enti omo nnem hwe 5,000 nyama na me see me twitwi no a dose po chain no I was very conservative about it mama share omo
in a day
in a day
okay.
mama share you understand if you allow me to explain
of
you
course.
Understand you onim bibi so how to find that
of course
there are hotels in the west rooms I was at hotels no here over 2,000 rooms one hotel ebi mu kwa 5,000 rooms in Niama we dey fan say hotel na me ye adwuma no rooms na e wo ho no ye 1,000 no obi aba breakfast and one room maybe anipa 2 and anipa family shemu o ba breakfast the le call breakfast na o call the buffet how many plates do you even use for breakfast alone one person
quite a lot
what I say and if you have a hotel with nipa base 1,000 rooms and people averaging around 3,000 ebe have breakfast how many plates and things will be used and beyond even the plates and glasses and cutlery that are used the meals has to be cooked for these people in the kitchen these meals are prepared and these dishes are used there by the time they finish cooking for 4,000 3,000 people a lot of dishes would have been used and guess what this is just breakfast now lunch. As for lunch, no, it's not even buffet. So all these people who come and eat, you find say a third of them will come and have lunch. When they come, they will request for their own food, a la carte, and that's my friend.
But okay, do you remember the backlash after no? I think so. Almost year hono kwa filmuna people were just coming at it said now your industrial machine kwa bit me. Industrial washing machine.
I saw that people were even doing computation, calculations. You know, in our country, there are in our country.
Obi say na, hotel bed and 5,000.
Yeah, see, in our country, I've come to realize that a lot of people are confidently ignorant.
Wow. And thing yes, if you are over exaggerate, say 500 plates now. Only 10 account na 5,000 plates.
Debi. Now I was even very conservative. Since now maybe change more. A dose year pa 5,000 year. It was even being. I was charitable about it.
O consider omkra.
Consider omkra. Since in the maybe change more pa.
Who change one pa?
A dose pa.
Who go na new the oko hu here.
Yeah, maybe change more pa.
So who call school no wo for how long?
For let's say 2 years.
2 years. And that time now no mama you were still like no more engaging on phone near the
oh yeah sometimes you say Ghana there we too quite free Ghana kwam man then there you have to send money back home. So your loved ones back home, you have to send money to them.
Okay.
Whilst I was paying my school fees, I was paying part of the rent that I was.
Well, he also cleared the air that Miss Joanna has never given him money before. Delay tried asking whether she has taken loan for him because, as at that time, she was a cashier. Well, she was a school dropped out. She didn't graduate. She wasn't a graduate actually. Yeah, that's she wasn't a graduate. She only completed school in the senior high school, but she didn't continue. So by then, she was just a cashier. So Delay asked if she being a cashier, did she take loan for him to, for him to start his business? But he said, nah, he did everything on him by himself. Yes. So please let's watch that part too.
Or your agent.
It's one called this cow unibank and farmer.
Debi. On G loan da.
On G.
On G loan da. And now Ghana ha. Bema di obechia. So me say muna muji esika. Delay who me date wa who do sika be mami. Ghana ma ye ni omo ha no. Ye na ye ma musika na say muna mu ma esika. Me yiri no ni sika ni me ho.
Okay.
On ma me sika. Okay. Me call UK ni na me man ni sika me to nyama man because on your ba upo oba bia wo na obey ni show. Okay. It's very common. It's normal in our culture here. Nti me here ni show. What I say me here ni show sa nti me start me djuma ni so nyina no.
Nti on record no wan kwaji loan an fan hye wadjuma nim. Dabi. Okay.
Never.
So the lady has finally hit the nail to the wall. The question everyone has been asking, if Hajia Bintu is the cause of their divorce and everything, if they are both in a relationship or if they are dating actually. But he said no, it's just business between the two of them. She is not the cause of their divorce, and the other women they claim has been cheating on his wife with. It's not true. So between him and Hajia Bintu, it's just business. Yes, business. So please, let's watch that video too. Please stay tuned.
When cheating on her?
They be until they can say my success was the reason for the breakup of my marriage.
Okay.
And I don't blame Joanna and any fault, me fault. Okay. Me, I'm somebody who believes in self-accountability.
Okay.
One of my principles in life is self-accountability. I don't blame anybody for the bad thing that happens to me.
Okay.
Anything that happens to me bad, even if you did it to me, Crampoa, it is my fault because there is always something I could have done differently.
Okay.
And so I try to be in control of my life.
But when you say your success was the cause of your divorce, does it mean say no, your preferences and your taste in a near changed and
they be and yet you know something, I grew up to realize one thing, say there are some people who do very well around you when you don't have nothing, and there are some people they can't survive around you when success comes.
Okay. After they finally, okay, say
2020, the after they started say effort.
But the same 2020 na all can say utukot na Hajia for real. This was the conversation in the into almost say oh no the ultimate woman after there. Ne ho ye den ultimate je ufin nsem once and for all.
Now obi a osi on power biom. Wajai ni kunu. Odi ni kunu akokot say on power ni bioma. Then now be Gini Kuno. Me, let me tell you something. My wife left me at home. I was at home with her and she left me.
Okay.
I made all effort to salvage the marriage. It didn't work. I made all effort. So I was broken. I was brokenhearted because this is not what I have wanted for myself as a father. You know, my kids were young. I was begging her to let us hold on to the family so that the kids can grow with mom and dad. Because me growing up, I never experienced mom and dad. So I've always wanted to make sure that I give my kids that mom and dad experience that I never had. And see, and you create that. You see, oh, baby, me share my titi now. I've heard people trying to attack Mona.
But why is it that Mona, of all the women in Ghana, I don't know Kwana Fede, Yadiako Janet to say,
say, won't say, who can, who born my baby, but Yaja Munina na ye can say, because, oh, say, what I think that they are the strategy they are trying to deploy is say, they are trying to seek public sympathy.
Okay.
They are trying to sort of try me in the court of public opinion.
Okay.
And
until
they put pressure on the justice system,
okay.
And then they'll take me there and go and finish me off. I think it is a tactics that lawyers have deployed to use. But listen, I even feel so sad for Mona because
okay.
at the time that my wife was leaving me or was breaking up with me, we were never having Mona discussion between us.
Okay.
Never. Until, like, I feel so sorry for her, but you see, it's life.
Okay.
You always, Mona is the one with name. I don't know what doing. I don't know name no. Until onuna yedinu bet tare ade ni it will make a good case.
Okay.
People will react to it. It will win the public sympathy and all of that.
Okay.
So it's a deliberate strategy and a deliberate.
Do you think that strategy is working?
I think that, you see, the truth is on my side, and the law is on my side.
Well, that's human being for you. That's human nature for you. You never can tell who is saying the truth and who is lying. Please share your thoughts in the comment section and follow this page for more updates. This is Sam Studios. Bye.